Good morning. Welcome to day 60, April 18th. That's 2 whole months on the trail. Started February 18th. And I figured this will take me 5 months to do. So 2 months down, 3 to go. I had a good night last night, no issues. Got down to 41 degrees. That's 10 more degrees or 11 more degrees than what it was the night before, so it's a nice change. And I didn't really find the flattest spot to set my tent up, but I didn't have as much problem sliding off my mat as I thought I would, so all in all, I had a pretty good night. It's 6:45. Got an early start this morning. We're getting ready to descend down to where the James River is, and we're going across the longest footbridge on the AT, so I'm looking forward to that. And then there's a shelter, I think around 20 miles. I think it's John Spring, and there's another shelter at 25, which is the Punchbowl shelter. I don't know why it's called the Punchbowl. Maybe we'll figure it out when we get there. But the wind was not too bad last night. When I first was setting up the tent, it was still about as windy as it had been all day. But the wind rattled my tent just a little, not enough to even really keep me awake, but sometimes if I woke up I could hear it. But it's certainly not the worst wind I've been through since I've been on the trail. I've started to get where I don't like to cook in the mornings. I don't really crave hot oatmeal and hot coffee like I did when I first started out. Either that or I just got tired of it. But so what I've been doing, I started it on my last resupply between Parisburg and Delville. I bought a box of Pop-Tarts. And the biggest reason I did that is because I had a little bit of oatmeal left over, but I didn't want to buy a whole box of oatmeal, so I bought the Pop-Tarts instead. But I found that it's much easier to open up a Pop-Tart than to break my stove out and heat the water for the oatmeal and clean up my cup and pot. I realize that oatmeal is probably a lot better for me, but also I take one of the peanut butter cups, not a Reese's, like the I don't even know what they're called, peanut butter to go that's you can buy. It's a little plastic cup, and I spread some peanut butter on the Pop-Tart just to get more calories and protein. So I'm going to stick with that for a while. And I never really considered going stoveless before, but I find more and more when I get into camp, I really dread cooking. So when winter finally leaves and we get some consistent warm temperatures, I may look at just eating tortillas or something in the evening. Now I won't, some people that are stoveless, they cold soak actual meals and eat them cold. I can't see myself doing that, but I could see eating a tortilla or a couple of tortillas for dinner and not having a stove and dealing with all that stuff. Alright, that's going to be enough rambling about cooking. When I get down to the James River and get on the footbridge, I'll shoot some more video. Until then, this is Reboot, heading north. This is the Thunder Ridge Overlook. It's a short walk from a parking lot on the parkway if you want to come. It's like a rock slide over there. It's 10:40. Sun's been out for hour and a half, and I just took my wind shirt off, so it's warming up pretty good. Still good hiking weather though. The reason I'm taking a video here is you should be able to see, I hope, that FAA facility on top of Old Orchard Mountain, or excuse me, Apple Orchard Mountain. And that's where I was yesterday afternoon, so it's pretty cool to see where I've come. I guess that's Thunder Ridge straight ahead, and right there is High C Knob that I came over this morning. It's actually got, there's 3 letters after the C, but I know people watch this with children, so I'm not going to pronounce it. I don't know why someone would name a mountain that back in the day. I don't know if they have a sixth sense of humor or if there is a reason. I just rounded a corner to start some switchbacks and got my first view of the James River. I don't see the footbridge. Maybe farther upstream or downstream. I can't tell which way it's flowing. It's 12 o'clock. I just got to Match Creek Shelter. The AT comes down that hill, and you have to rock hop to get across this creek. I stepped from right there to there. The gut hook guide said that you had to ford the creek, and I thought that coming to the shelter was optional, but it's actually, the AT comes right through there. You can see all these white blazes around here. And when I got down here, I found out that whoever stayed here last night didn't put their fire out properly. And I passed a section hiker on the way up, so I'm assuming it's him. Well, I guess it could have been somebody going northbound that stayed here, so I shouldn't say that. But This is twice I've come to a shelter for lunch and found a smoldering fire. But folks, that's not how you leave a fire. That's how forest fires get started. Alright, it's probably going to take one more bag of water, but if you don't have any more sense than to leave a fire smoldering and walking away, please don't come out in the woods. After you leave Matt's Creek shelter, you hike along Matt's Creek and you pass several really pretty cascades. Another little cascade here by the side of the trail. We're walking along the James and along this footbridge on the ATs right up there. It's 1:30 and we made it to the footbridge. That's pretty. I don't know why I'm so excited about this bridge. I guess I've just seen it on so many people's videos. I know it's a major landmark. And it is an AT tradition that you're supposed to jump off this bridge. But that would be questionable even if it were mid-June or mid-July for an old guy like me. I don't even know how high it is. But on April 18th, as cold as it's been, it's an easy decision for reboot. And with all the rain that we had earlier in the week, I can tell the river's up a little bit. And I'm sure the water, if it wasn't cold before that, it's probably a little colder this week. But here it is. Thank you, Bill. I'm going to appreciate your bridge. pretty wide. Yeah, that's a long way down. Reboot wouldn't be doing that in the middle of the summer. Makes you wonder where the trail crossed before this bridge was built. Must have had to continue on to a road. I hope hikers didn't try to use that railroad bridge, because that's extremely dangerous. Well, that's it. The James River Appalachian Trail footbridge. It's behind Reboot. Had to put up this fence here to keep people from crossing the tracks right there. And put this nice metal here to keep debris from striking in the head if it were to come off the train when you're coming at her. That was nice of them. Alright. It's 3:20. I've made it to Fuller Rocks. And you can see Apple Orchard Mountain over there with the FAA tower. And just a beautiful view of the James River Valley. Down there's the footbridge I crossed about 2 hours ago. Just amazing. I don't know what that facility is, but it's huge. It's out in the middle of nowhere. If anybody knows, leave a comment. It's 5:45. I've made it to the top of Bluff Mountain. And I am really glad to be at the top of it, because it was a rough climb, especially being a little bit warm and at the end of the day. But it's over with. If you pass up John's Hollow shelter and decide to do the 9 miles to Punchbowl, make sure you got plenty of water, because there's no water between here and there. I actually packed up an extra liter of dirty water, and I'm down to almost half a liter now, so I've had 2 liters and working on this third one. So that's looking east, and this is looking west. A little hazy off in the distance, but still beautiful. Alright, got a, I don't know, mile and a half maybe to Punchbowl. That's where I'm going to stay the night. It's 6:40. I made it to the Punchbowl shelter. So far I have it all to myself. And it's a pretty cool place. The trail, it's about a quarter mile to get down here, but the trail isn't too bad. It starts out level and then it goes down kind of at the end, but a lot of wide open area here. The privy is way, way over there. About the farthest away I've seen a privy at a shelter. And remember earlier I was wondering why they call it the Punchbowl? It's because they have a stagnant pond by it. But the water source is just upstream from the pond, right here. So I already got my water there, working on filtering it. Make sure I drink plenty, replenish what I lost today. So gonna have a north side with some tuna and get my bear bag hung and turn in for the night. And with that, it's all good in the woods.